Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Frozen Fortunes. Now, today we have the squad screen sorted by crosses completed. You'll notice that Shishi's actually quite high on that, but so is Ursan, Svenningsson, Santos, Carl Rogers Jr. as well. A lot of players getting right up there on the old crosses completed, which is nice to see. Now, we played one game off camera in between, which was against Bromby, but that's quite important because there's some stuff we need to discuss. First thing we need to discuss is the fact that we got the win, which was really important. Bromby are having a fairly decent season from what I remember, but a pair of goals from Jonas Svenningsson in a little 3-minute spell gave us the win. 2 assists from Juan Shishi for both the goals as well. He's been excellent in this game. Gaku Ishii got one back late on, well, not late on, but in the second half of Bromby. They played all right for the most part, but you might notice we had more possession than them in this game, and our pass completion was 77%. So, there is a reason for that. And the reason is a fairly simple one. We played a different tactic for this game. I decided to try and work on something a little bit different, basically. It's not overall that different. The only real change you'll see, I'll show you it properly when we get to the match screen, because I'm not going to use it against Ghent today, but I want to show you it, is that we've dropped out the middle striker and brought them back to an advanced midfield role. And I played Santos in there as an advanced playmaker, and therefore enabling me to bring another midfielder in, i.e. Kowalczyk. So we had Kowalczyk and Shishi in the centre of midfield with Santos in front, and then we went with Svenningsson and Baram up top together as a pair with him as a deep line forward. Didn't play that well there, but we can tweak that later. But the main reason I wanted to do this, because back in the day when we were in the lower divisions and we moved over to this long ball style of play, I said that it was, for now, it was pragmatic and we wanted to sort of switch things up when we got a bit better. I feel like now is the good time to do that. I think we're comfortable in the league this season. Europa League is going well, so we're going to stick with the tactics for that for now, because we're probably going to go out in the group stage anyway, but you never know. And we'll start working on this in the league. Another reason is a fairly simple one. I don't want to get later down the save with this and I'll start having success, and people will be able to say, oh, you're just winning because 3 strikers, or you're just winning because long ball, etc, etc, etc. So I'd rather nip that in the bud now and move us over. This is also a much more short passing style of play, with no long ball. It's a bit of a high press, but we're doing much more short passing, working the ball into the box a little bit more. It's going to be a fun one. I want to see us play a bit more tiki-taka, and I think we're starting to get the team to do that. And the key thing for me was that when I tried this out, first game, I just made up a tactic, moved some stuff around. The first game we played with it, we've won 2-1. Not super convincing, but we won the game. You know, Shishi was excellent, Svenningsson was excellent. That's what I like to see. Don't know how we're going to cope with having 3 excellent strikers and only being able to play 2 of them in this system, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now then, this is Jan Lund. Now, we've been doing some scouting and stuff, and scouts have been bringing me in players, and I've been sort of saying yes, no, and you know the drill. But what I want to start doing is when I find a player, or the scouts rather, find a player that I'm kind of interested in potentially for the future, or just a player to potentially sign, but we're outside of a transfer window, I can show you him in an episode and get your thoughts on it. So that's what we're going to do today. This is Jan Lund. He's a 19-year-old Danish midfielder. He plays for Vejle. He's only made 2 appearances for them in the league, though. In the centre, can play further forward. He's an advanced playmaker. I'm looking as a kind of replacement for Sergio Santos when he does eventually leave. Things I like about him: decent first touch, great passing, great technique, decisions. His composure's okay. Flair is good. Teamwork and work rate, vision are all right. He's got fairly sporting personality, tries killer balls more often. I guess that kind of does suit that style of play. So my question to you is this: what do you think about this guy? Do you think we should go after him? Because I think we could probably get him for, I don't know, maybe 100k again, particularly if Vejle were to get into some relegation trouble this season. Wage demand's probably not too high because he's quite young, and he's Danish too. It'd be nice to get a few more Danish lads in the squad. So let me know what you think about Jan Lund in the comments. I'll be interested to know your thoughts. So this is the tactic I played against Bromby. As you can see, it's very not that different to what we were playing before. I didn't want to mess with the wing backs because we don't really have a lot of strength in those areas, and I feel like that's a real strength that we do have, is the players we do have in those positions. And again, I thought defensively we're actually fine playing the back 3/5. The only difference is we dropped a striker back into that advanced playmaker role, moved Ursan into a deep line forward role, although he did perform very poorly in that role, and then allowed Kowalczyk to kind of act as a carrilero. But again, I'd like to know your thoughts on that in terms of we put a standard mentality, because I'm not quite sure how I want to go with it just yet. We've got whipped crosses, mostly the same kind of stuff, except the higher tempo. And what did we change? Oh yeah, and the no long ball. That's all I've really changed, but it got us the win against Bromby. So there's clearly something there, but I'm not entirely convinced with it just yet. I feel like there's some improvements, and I feel like some of the roles might not be quite right for what we want to do. You can tell what we want to do: a fairly reasonable short passing game, getting the wingers down this area to provide the width, but then mostly going through the middle as well in terms of where we got the ball at our feet. That's what we're going to try and do. So do let me know if you've got any ideas for it as well, because sometimes it's good to take a step back, and I can't really do that from within the save. But that isn't what we're going to be playing today, because it's against Ghent, and I'm still not totally happy with the tactic. So for today, we're going to go back to what we've been doing recently, which is our standard Snowpiercer tactic. Bravo will come back into the middle, and we'll bring Santos back in for Kowalczyk. That's not Santos, that's Shishi. What are you doing, Matt? On the bench, Ustegard, Saifi, Kowalczyk, Zahidi, Maximiliano Rocco, Augustin, and Radakovic. That's one. You can play in midfield as well. 3 centre-back replacements on the bench. Striker, we've got a midfield on the bench. I mean, we don't really put a lot of fullback replacements on the bench because we just don't have any good ones, unfortunately. It's been so difficult. But I'm hoping that now that we're professional, we can train some players and maybe sign a couple of lads in that position as well. Knowing us, we'll end up have played really, really well against Fiorentina and sort of well at times against Valencia. And then we'll come into Belgium and just losing the game, which would be very, very poor from us right now. This is a game that I feel like a draw would be a good result for us, but I feel like there's enough in this potentially for us to win it. Unless Fiorentina are going to pull out that sort of performance like they had against Valencia in that game. Also, question of the day, I nearly forgot about it. What's the worst individual performance you've ever seen from a player on FM? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, this is exactly what I was talking about. Ghent 1, B67 0. We trail after 2 minutes here in Belgium, and this is throwing the entire group into disarray. Nobody seems to really be able to be consistent at this point. Rogers Jr. does not do well enough here. To be fair, he gets an early cross, but nobody's tracking the runner. And Rodriguez with the goal. It's 1-0 to Ghent. Bad start. We've got to do better than this. But yeah, question of the day. Worst individual performance you've ever seen. I'm talking about rating. Now, I don't know if any of you watched the... I assume some of you must have done. The FM World Cup that I was in over on Control God Damit's channel. I'll put a link to his channel in the description in case you want to check him out. It's very, very interesting. But I just played my third place playoff game against Tom FM, and he had a player get a 4.1 in that match. So there's that, and I believe I also had a player get under a 4 when I played against Mick. Oh, Svensson's through! Oh, he's missed it. Not Svensson, Svenningsson. What a chance that was for a young Svenny. But I'm pretty certain I had a player get below a 4 in a game against Mick in the FM League back in the day. So there's that. But yeah, what's the lowest rating you've ever seen from a player on one of your teams, or from the opposition, to be honest? Let me know in the comments. And if you have an idea for a question of the day, drop that in the comments as well. We need to get better here. Here we go. We've got them on the break. Ersan just needs to square this. He does. Svenningson's in, and it is 1-1 on 6 minutes. We have not lasted behind in this game for very, very long. Ersan with a lovely assist across the box, and Jonas Svenningsson pulling us out the danger here. They committed a lot of men forward. Lovely ball down the field from Christian Lever, but what on earth? Ghent really have come here to play. Good vision, though, pulling him out, and Svenningsson really has stepped up his game over the past couple of months. He's probably the best player on the team in terms of star rating now, and he's only 17 years old. That says to me that he actually has a really high potential ceiling, or he's just developing really, really quickly because he's getting game time. But to me, it does suggest that he has actually got a seriously high PA, which makes me very, very happy, but also worried for the future of actually keeping him on a contract. I feel like it's also worth noting that we've got a 78% pass completion in this game, which is very, very high. I think our average in the league last season was in the low 60s. But I do think having Shishi in the team is a massive bonus for that, and Santos as well. Both of those two really are upping that statistic. Ball into the box, headed away. Valencia are beating Fiorentina. So that really is actually going to help us, to be honest. I think Valencia win this group at a canter. It's really a case of bravo! What a save, Svenningsson! Oh my god. It's really a case of battling with Fiorentina for that second spot. I think the main thing we're going to have to try and do is go and get a draw in Italy. Ball in. Cleared away. Oh, it's a free kick. Okay. Shishi brings it down. He's got options ahead. Ersan goes long. Oh. And Svenningsson's through still. He's in. Oh my goodness. Bad defending there. Ghent 1, B67 2. We've not really been that good tonight. To be perfectly honest, we've created some good chances, but we've not had a lot of shots. This is really bad defending, though, from Ghent. You can really see the level of quality difference here. There's 2 players here to easily deal with this, and they just let Svenningsson get in there, but he's really showing finishing ability now to get in these situations and not miss them. He got 2 against Bromby. He's got 2 against Ghent today. The lad is on the up. Yeah, we are actually going to try and exploit the flanks in the second half. I just want to see if we can make more of a difference, because they are playing such a narrow system, and we can try and exploit the use of our wingers a little bit more. Go to the box. Kubo probably just go for the long ranger again. Oh my god! I mean, sometimes you just kind of got to hold your hands up and applaud that. That is some unbelievable... That's probably one of the best goals I've ever seen scored against us in this save. He's so far out. I thought Kubo here is going to take this strike on. Just lays it off to his teammate, and that is a goddamn rocket. What an equaliser from Ghent. I don't think they deserve the equaliser, but they've got it. Right, okay. We've done so well so far in the Europa League, and then to have it all come down here. I mean, I said a point would be good, but I'd kind of rather... Oh, God. Oh, God. Rodriguez is through, and it's saved by Konate. Their first real chance of the game. This is getting a little bit interesting now. As long as Fiorentina still lose to Valencia, I feel like a draw here would be all right for us, but the win would be so much better for us. Kubo, and Shishi gets the clearance. Rogers Jr. flying out there to try and get a foot in, and he's done it. Well done, lad. Rogers Jr. has not had a good game, and it does seem to be that our wing backs are not having the best day out there. He said twice for some reason. I'm going to bring Augustin in here because Curtin doesn't appear to have had the best day. Bravo's not had an ideal day either, so we're going to do our usual. Bring Zahidi in, move Ursan into the middle, and we'll probably leave it at that for now. Although we've got Kowalczyk as a midfield option, although I think those two have actually probably been some of our best performing players, other than the two strikers. Okay, oh god, no! Ooh, Konate there, and they've really stepped things up in this second half. Have they changed their shape or something? Because we've not been that great in this game, in all honesty. Here we go, Ursan. He's got to look over the top. He does. Jonas Svenningsson on the break. Can he strike it? Oh, Kalinic with the save. Svenningsson has been our best outlet today. I still feel like we've deserved... the scoreline in terms of the shots make it look worse than it is. Augustin, and the save is there again. We've created some good quality opportunities. I guess you couldn't begrudge them because of the fantastic goal, but I think like we should have probably played better. Saved by Konate again. They are stepping things up, to be fair to them now. Over the top. Should be easy for Rivera. All right, here we go. Breakaway chance. Zahidi's got that pace, and he can cross the ball. Got peeling away to the back post here. Cleared away. Shishi. Svenningsson. Oh my god, he's got a hat-trick. It's 3-2, and we have the lead back again. Svenningsson has been absolutely insane for us over the past few games. He's been so good here. I thought the chance had gone. Zahidi gets past his man. It's not the best cross. Easily headed away. This is a wonderful pick out from Juan Shishi, though. Look at that. Svenningsson on the volley, or the half volley. 3-2 B67. We've got the lead in Belgium, and Shishi gets another assist for a Svenningsson goal. One by Ursan. Over the top for Jonas Svenningsson. He's through again. Oh, he probably could have been a little bit less selfish there and squared that to his teammate, but honestly, I think just having Jonas Svenningsson in the form that he's in at the moment is having a huge effect on this team. He is in some serious form. Oh, God. No. Joe. Well won by Rogers Jr. Zahidi picks it up again. He could look over... Oh, it's not a great poll. Oh! No, there we go. 3-2 in the end. A hard-fought win. They looked good in periods of that game. Their equaliser was amazing, but we just sort of ground them down in the last few moments of that match and really took the win in the end with Jonas Svenningsson's hat-trick. Brilliant stuff from him. Great play from Bayram and Shishi in that match as well. Bravo had a pretty poor game, though, unfortunately for him. Right, we've got 3 games off camera. I'm going to try out the other tactic in a couple of those and start tweaking some stuff in there as well. But we're joining for the home game against Ghent, which I think we can probably get a win. If we can get away wins, we can get home wins. But it's those last 2 games in the next episode that are going to make the real difference for us. Right, I'll see you guys in a sec. So, straight off the back of the game against Ghent, we went into a game away at Sunayusk, and I reverted back to the tactic with the advanced midfielder, and we actually looked even better in this game. I really am starting. I've made a few more changes in this one. We put work the ball into the box on, and I think that made a difference for us in this game. After about 30 minutes, Jonas Svenningsson did put us in the lead early on. Andre Römer's own goal. Bravo crossed the ball in, and it just hit Römer and went in the back of the net. And Svenningsson added a third on 69 minutes. He really has been the key to making this new style of play work. Although little tweaks, I think, have made it better and better. Sunayusk got not a good side, but they're certainly a lot better than Rounders, and they barely got a shot off against us in this game. Really good result. Next up, we were at home against the aforementioned Rounders, and I think we played even better in this one. More long shots, but look at this, 62% possession in this game. Pass completion was through the roof. The idea of B67 getting 62% possession in a game is unheard of. So a few little changes again from this one. We brought the tempo down a little bit. No, sorry, as a result of this game, that's what we did, because notice we didn't have that many shots on target, a bit too many shots from long range. We're slowly tweaking it in. I think that's due to the tempo being raised high, which was fine when we played that fast-paced counter-attacking style, but now that we're being a bit more slow and methodical, we played a lot of short passes in this game. Trying to do it too quickly with these players probably led us to snatching at chances a little too much, but we still got a 2-0 win, a double for Mariano Bravo. Nice to see him getting involved in the tactic. The only player that's really not suited to it so far is Ursan Bayram, which is a bit of a worry, but thankfully we've got Bravo and Svenningsson, and another league win. And our final league game in the spell was at home against, one of the best teams in the league, Nordsjælland. And maybe we could have had something from this game. I feel like we played well enough, particularly as I rotated virtually the entire squad for this match, knowing that we had the game coming up soon and we'd had a lot of games in short succession. Moskutsa and Rogers did come on at half-time along with Svenningsson, and that certainly shook things up a little bit. They had a couple of injuries, which was important for us as well. And then after Belland was sent off on 70 minutes, we pushed, but nothing really happened after that. We were better before he got sent off. I think they sort of shut up shop at there. But those 2 goals from David Taubleib in quick succession put us behind. Zahidi's goal brought us back into the game, but we could have done better, to be honest. And it's not a bad performance, really, for a heavily rotated side. with people like Tom Roastbacon in the team, Zahidi up front. It definitely could have maybe gone the other way, but they're a very good side. They went top of the league with this win to show you how good they are. And as a result of all that, we are still 4th in the league, and that's bloody great, to be honest. We're 6 points above Lyngby in 7th place. I want to try and get championship group this year. I feel like it's very, very likely that we will if we keep playing like this. It's nice that the other tactic is really starting to take hold in the league. 3 wins in 4 games using it, albeit against poorer sides in the league. Although, we did beat Brøndby with it, and we looked good against Nordsjælland, so I feel like there's definitely something there for us, and the football is so good to watch, particularly in the game against Randers. We were pigging that ball about really, really nicely. It's great to see. So for today's game against Ghent, we're at home. A win here would be superb for us. It would mean that Ghent can't catch us, not that they're likely to anyway. But if Fiorentina were to lose to Valencia, it would put us in a really strong position to qualify for the next round of the Europa League. Now, the question I have on my lips today is, which tactic do we use? Do we go with our 3 strikers, or do we try out this one in Europe and see how we do? I'm tempted, based on the way that we've played with it so far, to give it a crack in Europe today. It might be a mistake, but I feel like I want to start using it sooner rather than later because it's really fun to watch the football, if nothing else. So, this is the lineup I played for the last game. You can see what I mean about rotated squads, so to speak. So, what we're going to do for today, I'm tempted to go for it, you know. I'm going to go with Bravo on the left and Svenningsson on the right, since Ersan's just dropped off the pace a little bit with his goal scoring since we switched over to this. It might be useful to have him off the bench, though. And Konate were playing goal. So yeah, mainly a couple of changes to the tactic that I made for this one essentially is just that we've turned the tempo down to normal and we're on work ball into the box now. Still not sure about what mentality I want to use with it just yet. Later in the game against Nordsjælland, we also went to closing down less, not less, but sometimes too, because I found that we were getting pulled too far out of position with it. On the bench, Østegård, Saifi, Ersan, Zahidi, Garner, Radakovic, and Stevie G. Remember him? Not scored a goal for us this year, but I think it's unlikely he will do. Probably try to move him on for the good of his career, if nothing else. I feel like we're good enough to get a win here, and a win that would knock them out of the Europa League, most importantly, but also give us a really good chance at progressing to the next round of the Europa League, which is something I didn't really think we'd be talking about this year. I thought after Christmas it would be straight back into the league again, but it does appear that there's still a hope for us if we can. The home game against Fiorentina is going to be the massively key one. Konate, we're very nicely playing it out the back now, and with these sort of extra play. The one thing I've noticed about playing this tactic, as you'll see, is when the ball is often cleared, suddenly we've got that extra player in the midfield that actually can win it there, and it's making it so much easier to keep the ball and actually make decent building attacks from deep. It's great. Rogers Jr. to Moscutsa on the other side. These are both on... Moscutsa's through. Can he square it? Shishi! Bravo! Shishi scores. It's 1-0 to B67 after 1 minute. Juan Shishi. He has flourished so far with this style of play. It's early days yet, but this would be a huge win for us, particularly if Valencia can go and beat Fiorentina. Lovely work down the wing here. Woo, a lot of lovely spin there from Moscutsa. Shishi wins the initial header, comes back to him and just bends it around the goalkeeper. 1-0, we have the lead, and we are rolling here, lads. So possession is not looking good for us at the moment. That's what I would say. It's a rarity that we don't have a... Oh! Svenny's hit the post. We maybe could turn on retain possession, particularly as we've already got the lead. Svenningsson off the post, and another chance goes to us there. We've been the better side so far, massively in this game. Fiorentina are beating Valencia. That's not what we wanted to see. That is not what we wanted to see at all. However, they're back in. It's back 1-0 again. And notice how our possession is now 53%. We've really stuck to our guns over the past few moments of this match. Ball in. Oh. I find that teams are getting slightly more cross completion against us, which is interesting considering the fact that our backline isn't any different to what it was before. But maybe it's because there's less pressure on the wingers from the wide strikers that we had. Santos, that's not good at all. Got to be careful here. Kubo. He's up against 5 players, so he shouldn't really be allowed to get through here. Watch out for that ball around the side. Foke, watch out now. Don't let him get across you. There we go. Well done. Valencia are now winning away at Fiorentina. This is the big moment, because if they win that game, we're as good as through to the next round. Svenningsson's in again. Oh, and another save from Kalinic. The chances are coming. I swear we're not playing a long ball. The players are just picking the passes. Into the channel for Bravo. He's got options in the middle. One of them is Svenningsson. Kowalczyk. Oh, what a save from Kalinic again. Oh, 2-2 in the other game. Kowalczyk picks it up. He's got Moscutsa out wide in acres of space. Their system is so narrow, it's just going to keep getting caught by us, I would think. Kowalczyk, just drop it inside. Don't shoot from there, mate. And headed clear by Moscutsa. Teki brings it down. Don't let him do one of those long-range back... Oh, come on! Their first shot on target of the entire game goes in, and it's B67-1, Ghent 1. We've had more chances and shots in the first half of this game than we have in the first half of a game for such a long time. This is just really bad goalkeeping from Konate. I can't believe this is 1-1. Well, there's your half-time. absolute domination in every possible way in this game. I am going to go to shorter passing in the second half, see if we can work our way through them again. I just feel like that's unlucky. We've played really well. Tactically, everything's going perfectly. All green here as well. Kalinic lumping it long. Should be easily mopped up by the two defenders. Brilliant stuff. Moskutsa now. Just knock it inside. It's going to go... Ooh, okay. Very poor from Fabian Moskutsa. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Svenningson's won it. Santos. In for Shishi. He's through. He's going to have to find a cross, though, or he could play it back inside. Rogers Jr. looks all the way across from Moskutsa in the edge of the box. Oh, not quite. Uh-oh. Right. 3-on-2 at the back. Well played. Easily mopped up by Leva. Valencia are back in front away at Fiorentina, which helps us. Right, changes. What do we do here? I'm thinking substitutions. Neither of the strikers have had a great day. Let's get Ersan in for Mariano Bravo and probably leave it at that for them. Kowalczyk's had a pretty poor game, but we've got no one that can really play there unless I can switch out Sergio Santos back there. No chance of doing that. Defensively, though, Curtin hasn't had the... Defensively, we've not been great today. Leva... Maybe for safety, although maybe Revere... No, he's played better. Maybe get Garner in there in the middle. Okay, come on, guys. Don't get complacent now. There we go. Shishi doing his job. Garner looking over the top for Svenningsson. He's actually found him. We need Ersan Beyoham to get in the box here. He has dropped down. Cleared. Kowalczyk. Right, let's keep this ball moving. Santos. Rogers Jr. Shishi. Rogers Jr. Ball in Ersan, and it's another great save from the goalkeeper. I'm going to have to force it overload. I feel like we kind of... Maybe we shouldn't hit early crosses anymore. Let's just get some crosses in the box. Sorry, start hitting some early crosses. Just getting that ball into the box. We've done enough to win this game today, and I'll be so gutted if we don't. Shishi, Santos, edge of the box, long-range strike coming in 3. And Kowalczyk, long-range strike. Svenningsson, no. Okay, drop it short. Penalty! Yes! Jonas Svenningsson will take the penalty. Here we go, guys. Come on. I wish we hadn't taken Bravo off, though. I really wish we hadn't taken Bravo off. Come on, Jonas. Do it for us. Come on! Yes! B67-2, Ghent 1. Celebrating that more than the win against Fiorentina. Something about it just feels so good. Right. Oh, we can't until after the changes. Svenningsson slots in the penalty that hopefully gives us the win in this game. Right, changes. Don't muck around. Svenningsson's in again. Squares it. Oh, flashes it across the face of goal. We've been truly amazing today. We've got to cut down on the number of long shots, but we've created enough chances today for me to win this match. Kicked out of play, and that should do it. Surely that's going to do it. Rivera should just lump this. There we go. B67-2, Ghent 1. A hard-fought game, I grant you, but we've done more than enough in this game to win the match. Shishi's goal, Svenningsson's penalty, and it's 2-1, and we've got 9 points in the Europa League. Very, very happy, and I really like this new style of football. Juan Shishi is able to play to the best of his ability. He won every tackle today. Really, really good stuff. Schedule then. So how many people? We had 5,000 people inside the stadium for the Ghent game. That probably netted us about another £80,000 just in gate receipts. That is superb. Very, very happy with that. So, next episode. We've got 3 off-camera games for once. Silkeborg. We've then got Lyngby in the Cup. Although the next round of the Cup is going to be drawn before that. So that could give us an idea of what could happen if we do go through. Midtjylland at home is going to be really, really difficult. Silkeborg away, though, is definitely winnable. Then we come back for Fiorentina at... Fiorentina away from home. That is going to be so important for us if we can pull out a result there. But I might still stick with this tactic, though, to be honest. I'm liking what it's doing. I like the way we play, and I feel like it's a better style of football for us that just looks better. Then we've got Vela away, which will be tough, and then Copenhagen at home we'll rest players for the Valencia game. And then we'll have one more game after that, but that will be played off camera. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I certainly have. We've got some good results, new tactics working nicely. We beat Ghent in the Europa League, home and away, as we kind of expected to, but that home win means a lot to me. It really, really does. Anyway, if you have enjoyed it, and I really hope you have, smash the like button, I don't know, stick your face on it or something, that'd be cool. Then hit that subscribe button, and apparently the bell thing does actually do something, so if you want to get notifications about new episodes, if things don't go in your sub boxes, hit the bell icon or something along those lines. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode for what's probably going to be another bumper crop of games, but I'm super excited to get started with it. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.